You all. Thank you all so much for being here today. It's such a pleasure to have you all here. I'm Lisa Tomey. I'm the manager of Prolific Pulse Press LLC. It has been an honor to work with Zan Johns with her book After the Rainbow Golden Poems. We have had so much fun together. If we can't have fun putting the book together, then what's the point? It's my attitude. We've had a lot of fun with this. Maybe a few tears along the way as snafus come up to are out of our control, but we have worked through them, and things are looking on the high side. So I'm very proud of Zan for what she has produced. She makes my job easy. So I'm really, really grateful for the opportunity to work with Zan. So I want to welcome, of course, first Zan. Also to present tonight will be her husband, Jim, Annette Tarpley, Jill Sharon Kimmelman, Pratibha Savani, and Safraz Ahmed. And except for Jim, I think I actually interviewed everybody else on this list. So it's pretty fun. I kind of know these people pretty well and met most of them, I think, through Annette's group, the Passion of Poetry group on Facebook. So thank you, Annette, for bringing all these wonderful people into my life. I really appreciate it. And with that, I would like to start with Annette to tell us about the Passion of Poetry group and about how Zan became a part of POP and her role as the admin. And then she's going to read a poem.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here and celebrate with you, Zan, on your new book. So I'm very excited to receive it myself. You're a marvelous writer. And Zan came to, I'm not really sure when you came to the Passion of Poetry, but I was well aware of Zan right away from her wonderful works that she does. Very powerful work she does. And so I took a shot and tried to ask her. Passion of Poetry is my group that I started not quite 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years at the end of May. And we are just getting ready to turn over to 20,000 people. So we have a very large following. And so it's kind of my heart and soul. And I have a wonderful admin staff. And Zan agreed to come on it. I think I had to like pull her arm and twist it a little bit. But I finally got her to say yes. So we're so happy to have you as part of our team. So, it wouldn't be the same without you, Zan. You're just a positive influence on everything. So that's really it on the Passion of Poetry. We are actually opening a website soon, I hope, and back up that we'll be publishing people as well. So now I would like to read my poem by Zan Johns. A different kind of diversity. I said it was my poem. It's actually her poem. My selection to read. A different kind of diversity. One student tentatively walked alone to school. Another had little sleep, awakened by nightmares. One hurts from sleeping in the cold outdoors. Another has not eaten since yesterday's free lunch. One was touched all night in all the wrong places. Another hides bruises for fear of scolding. One child is ashamed of his family heritage. Next to him, a girl hides her ethnic lunch. In a corner sits a boy who feels like a girl, staring at the girl who feels like a boy. One child feels worthless, was repeatedly told. Another won't speak because of her accent. One child grieves his beloved pet. Another lost a sibling during a traffic stop. One child is hoping to soon be adopted. Another is surrounded by endless love. One witnessed her parents taken away in handcuffs. Another worries about his mother's black eye. One child limps and dreads ridicule.
Another is bullied but afraid to report. One is fretful because her friends ignore her. Another hides and listens for gunshots. One has promoted, although he cannot read. Another is autistic, trapped in his own mind. One was told that he's better than others. Others were taught that they all have value. Many are prepared and ready to learn. Some are not equipped and yet eager to learn. All children are worthy of equal investment, their minds wide open, their hearts full of love. Every child deserves a safe and bright future. Every child is our future's best shot at peace. The right teacher entrusted with this classroom of children will greet them with compassion, will meet them at their needs, will empower them with knowledge and encourage them to read. An empowered, empathetic teacher can break the cycle of hatred and fear. To my dear friend, I treasure the lifelong memories we share. You already know how much I care. The battle is yours to face as a giant, I know. Your testimony will help others grow. May you have peace knowing that you are loved. May you be comforted by angels above. I love you dearly. I always have. Our friendships add a hopeful salve. I admire your strength and faithful will. God knows your prayers and you will fulfill. Your heart's desires are all in his hands. Your comfort and healing are in his plans. I pray for your wellness through and through. I pray for your lovely granddaughter too. I know your guardian smile from above as we shower you with endless love. You have always had a heart of gold. Your charity lives in stories untold. I love the way you give to others. You reflect the goodness of your mother. You've helped the youth and gave advice. Tough love you shared while being nice. Your voice radiates spiritual sounds. Your humor delights everyone around. When you share stories as only you can, my heartfelt laughter spurs tears to the land. I wait the day when you have no pain. I trust your strength you'll soon regain. So, beautiful poetry by Zaneta Johns. I'm very proud of you and your new book, and I'm waiting for my copy. And just know that I'm a Zan fan and that you are a marvelous poet and you've not yet reached your full potential. Keep going. Best of luck to you, Zan. Love you.
Okay, and next we have Jill Sharon Kimmelman. She's going to offer some of her thoughts about Jan and to read another one of Zan's poems.
I met Zan at a garden event, the Garden of Noro, and she and I clicked, and her words were etched upon my heart. I had read a poem. It was an open mic. I think it was the first time that we had been together during an open mic, and it was last May, and it was on a Saturday afternoon. It was a beautiful spring day. I only wish we could have been in the garden instead of just on Zoom. And after I finished my poem, Zan said, I will always remember where I was when I heard this poem. I never forgot that. And so in my ebook, Zan so graciously has recited in her perfect, eloquent, dulcet tones my poem called Trading Wishes. So it is my great honor to be able to share with you today one of my favorite poems of Zan's. It is called Not Her Fault. She left for the party looking like $1,000,000. She returned home like a discarded penny. Her appearance was amuck. Her elation swelled when they first drove away. She had lustful hopes after a long, stressful day. They laughed, they danced, they ate and drank. When a handsome man winked at her, to him and his ego, it felt like a prank. Her once cheerful companion did a 180 turn. His demeanor was all anger, a fiery rage that could burn. He grabbed his beautiful queen and reduced her to fear. Like a rag doll, she went limp as her eyes filled with tears. He said words to her not worthy of repeat. His words were as harsh as a drumline's rapid beat. Her lovely dress was torn. Her arm needed a sling. Every time she wiped her eyes, the fresh abrasions would sting. She wondered what she'd done to cause such a scene. She assumed it was her fault, though like grass in summer, his envy was green. She softly said, "I'm sorry," holding on to her purse. He furiously snatched her by the arm, making the painful strain worse. Her strand of pearls now broken, but not as much as her heart. She'd ignored all the signs he had revealed from the start. They drove home in silence. He never spoke a word. She thought about their last dance and the awful thing she'd heard. She slowly stumbled inside, ran a bath, got some tea. He brewed a cup of tea to sweetly serve her, pretending to be nice. She sat in utter silence. Her lips could not move. There was nothing he could do, and her deep pains he could not soothe. She knew it was time to leave her toxic man. She fervently prayed throughout the night. She awakened, determined, and said, "I can." Thank you, Zan.
That's such a touching poem. I sent a message to Annette to check on her. I think she might be getting something to drink. Putting the links in for to be able to access Zan's books. We have the gold signature edition, just like this. Zan, you have your copy? And it has the gold signature, and that's because the inside we have color pages. And then we're going to have one that's the black and white version, and it's still in development, but it's almost ready to go. So 2 different choices that are coming out. It was so beautiful, Jill. Thank you. And I also wanted to show you Zan's website. Go. zanexpressions.com, and you can also go on here and order your book so that you can get, if you want to get an autographed edition, you can go through the website and do that. And on the same note, pull up the other website, and I'll put the links in the chat. And this is the prolificpulse.com site for Zan's page. And right over here, we have the Barnes & Noble, Amazon US, and Amazon UK. And of course, it's available in other locations as well, but it will be on various bookstore sites as they accept them. And hopefully it'll be in sites and bookstores as well. So let me pop those links in. Besides what I already have here. And we're getting ready to have a drawing. Okay, let me pull up my drawing wheel. Share my screen. The winner is going to get an autographed copy of Zan's book, Gold Signature Edition. Here we go. Susie Campbell. Is Susie here? That's okay. We'll go ahead and send it to her. We'll get hold of her and send it to her. I'm going to put that in the notes here. Right. And next, we're going to have Pratibha Savani. And she did a collaboration with Zan, and she's going to read the poem that they wrote together. Pratibha?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Zan. Congratulations. Wow, you've done it. Your second book. I can't wait to see it. I really can't. I just wanted to give you a little bit of background before I read the poem. I wanted to say that, like Jill, I met Zan through the Garden of Neuro, and it was through her book feature on the book club event last June. I can't believe it's that long now, 2021. And her book, really the first book that she had, I read that, and it really, I really connected with that book. It was called Poetic Forecast, and I read that, and I had to tell Zan that some of the poems in there really were really vibrant and strong and powerful. She's a powerful writer, and this is why I connected with Zan so deeply. And since then, we have mutual respect for each other, for our poetry, and we've just become really good friends in such a short time. And the collaboration happened because we became friends and we wanted to work together and do a poem. And I'm so glad we got to do that. And believe it or not, we got to do it through the Passion of Poetry Facebook group that we're both on. We both, well, actually, Zan approached me because she saw the contest. It was a collaboration contest that we entered together. So she asked me, would you like to do this? We wanted to do a collaboration. So off we went and did it. And we got second place in the contest, so we were really pleased. And this poem is called New Wonderland. So I'm going to read that now. And there will be more collaboration with me and Zan in future. We haven't got round to it with other things going on, and obviously with Zan coming out with a new book. But yes, look out for that. So Zan, thank you so much for including me in your book. It's an honor for me because, you know, I really am a deep admirer of your writing. And without further ado, I want to go ahead and share our wonderful poem to the rest of you. So this is called New Wonderland. On this rock I contemplate the water's voice below. Trees shelter me from what's beyond and frame the river's flow. I accept nature's invitation to travel the path of faith. Our Savior walked and left a trail to save the human race. Standing at the edge of life, I see a boat from afar leaving, following that enormous trail, bringing me one step closer to believing. And the clouds above me shield the sun, and its infinite light remains. I'm guided by the knowledge that my life is not in vain. With my faith in hand, humanity living on a strand, I'm setting off into that majestic boat for a much better tomorrow in New Wonderland. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratibha. That's beautiful. Next, we'll have Sarfrazameth, and he is also going to read a poem that he collaborated with Zan.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. First of all, I just want to say it's a great pleasure to be part of this fantastic event. I think I've had lots and lots of launches myself, so I know what it's like. I've got another one, I think, next week. It never ends. But for Zan, I want to talk about Zan just before we read the poem that I wrote together. And I talk a little bit about collaborations as well, because Annette Tarpley actually introduced me to collaboration it was actually before the book started, the Two Hearts book that we wrote together with Annette. But after I wrote the book, I was seeking out other poets and other writers. So I wrote a lot with a lot of passionate poetry people. But I heard of Zan through Pratibha. And she goes to me, goes, Saf, you've got to listen to this poetess from the US, and she's just amazing. You're going to love her. And I first of all, what I did, I got the book, which is absolutely amazing. It actually inspired me because, again, with Zan, I saw what I've seen in a lot of, I'm going to say it, a lot of US poets, a lot of heritage, a lot of power, a lot of passion, and a lot of zeal that I don't always get with poets now. I read so much poetry and it kind of goes over, you know, it doesn't kind of hit the mark. But with Zan, there was something special about her. And I reached out to Zan and I said, let's do a collaboration. And that started with 3 collaborations that we did together. We wrote, and I've actually got 3 here. So we wrote together a collaboration called Like a Child. And also we wrote together a collaboration called Yearning for Summer. And the final one, which is one of my favorites, called Blood Rights, which is our gift to Lisa's book for social justice. One of my favorite poems. But the one that I'm going to read Yearning for Summer. And the other one is called Like a Child, but I'm going to read Yearning for Summer because I think both of us were yearning for summer. In my swing beneath the tree of palms, I've got summer on my mind. I yearn for a chance to swim or dance as we take 2 steps towards the beach. Our scantily clad bodies gleefully walk hand in hand as we 2-step in the sand. Let the foaming waves tickle our toes as we feel the rush of pristine waters calm our souls. We could lose myself here for days, lying underneath the sun's golden rays to luxuriate. Let the sun's glistens and radiate. I want to dive right in, let the water soothe my skin, let the foaming waters tickle our toes as we feel the rush of pristine waters calm our souls. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarfraz. Another great one. Okay, it's time again for another drawing. Let's pull up the Wheel of Fortune. I have to say that. John Caller. Congratulations, John. You'll get a copy of a signed copy of Zan's book. Right. And now it's with a great pleasure that I introduce Jim Johns, who I think majority of you know here. And it sounds like a family reunion when he came on. I love it. I love it indeed. I imagine that when you all have a gathering at your house, it is like one wild party with all of these people and their senses of humor. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. But without any further ado, I'd like to have Jim Johns come on and talk to us and introduce his lovely wife. Jim?
Thank you so much, Lisa. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, first of all, I know that Zan, she reads from her personal experiences, but she also writes her poems from the experiences of other people. So I wanted to make sure everybody knew that the poem that Jill wrote was not about me. Just so everybody understands. Okay. With that, first of all, I want to thank all of you in attendance today, especially Lisa, Pratibha, Sarfraz, Jill, and so many others on this call for all of your support. All of you are really a gift to Zan, a gift that she truly enjoys opening. So I thank you. And so on behalf of our family, I want to welcome you to this extraordinary event. This has been a wonderful journey for Zan and our entire family. And I have to say, I personally have enjoyed the ride. But you see, this journey started more than 3 decades ago for me. And what you're witnessing now, I have been experiencing from the front row for over 3 decades. And it is indeed well with my soul. Over the past 4 decades, Zan has been writing her poems as a kind of spiritual therapy to help her deal with the myriad of her life issues. And for some time now, she had mused that at some point, she wanted to embark on publishing her poems in a book someday. Little did she know that that day would come during a crisis that would affect the entire world and would force us all to shelter in our homes. Witnessing the effect of the COVID pandemic on mankind, Zan didn't see it as just a physical ailment. She saw it as a spiritual one. And staying true to following her spirit, she penned the poem, Spiritual Reset. And that is when the Spirit of God urged her to publish the poems she had been writing for decades in her first book, Poetic Forecast, Reflections on Life's Promises, Storms, and Triumphs. She knew that to publish her book, it would require a high level of time, commitment, sacrifice, dedication, stamina, and yes, grace. All of which I'm proud to say she has in abundance. So when Zan first embarked on the journey of writing her first book, Poetic Forecast, I asked her, "Are you sure you're up for this? Because this is a completely new endeavor for you, and it's going to challenge you in ways that you've never been challenged before." Her response was, "I know, but the Spirit of God helped me pen those poems, and He brought me here, and by God, He's going to see me through." So, knowing that I was going to be along for this ride with her, I looked at her and I said, "Okay, click, click, fasten your seatbelts." I have to say that while sitting in the front row, I truly enjoyed watching this journey unfold. You see, I know the substance of the woman that you see before you today. Having enjoyed this on a daily basis, I couldn't wait for the world to open the gift that I myself and our family have been opening for decades. So watching her write these poems in real time has been yet another gift that she has given me. She's always allowed me to see her soul, which is the wellspring out of which she is able to write her poems. I've seen her repeatedly overcome obstacles, roadblocks, setbacks, but nothing could impede her desire to fulfill the task that God inspired her to accomplish. Her ability to write and share her poems with the world is the result of her willingness to yield and submit to the Spirit of God. That Spirit resides in all of mankind. We just have to listen to it. And listen to it, she does. As a matter of fact, she always had a pen and paper handy because she never knew when the Spirit would inspire her. I can't tell you how many times I've rolled over in the middle of the night just to see her yielding and allowing her spirit to speak through her pen. Now, what's extraordinary is that the wellspring from which she has written Poetic Forecast had not yet been depleted. She wasn't finished yet, because the Spirit inspired her to write even more of her life's experiences to share with the world. And that, my friends, gave rise to the book that we are celebrating today. And that book is entitled After the Rainbow, Golden Poems. Now, I want to tell you that while her book, After the Rainbow, is a gift to the world, when she asked me to write the foreword to her new book, that was a wonderful gift that she gave to me. I was totally surprised when she asked me to write the foreword to her new book. Now, having never written a foreword to any book, I was overwhelmed and somewhat intimidated. But moreover, I was overwhelmed with a deep sense of gratitude at having been given such an extraordinary gift. When she asked me to write the foreword, she wanted it to be centered around the theme, the refining fire of God. I asked her, what gave her that inspiration? And she told me that while sharing her plans for the new book with her dear friend Leslie Carpenter, Zan talked about using gold variations as chapter themes. And Leslie exclaimed, the refining fire of God. So in an effort to capture that theme, I wrote her forward, and I attached a personal poem of my own to her entitled, Refined by the Fire of God. To be able to capture life's issues that are common to all mankind, and then being able to articulate those issues through poetry is an extraordinary gift. Through her poems, Zan has been able to connect with the spiritual thread that runs throughout all of us. The thread of joy, love, grief, sorrow, and her concern for mankind are just a few of the threads that embody the fabric of her soul and the soul of mankind. When I consider the condition present in our world today, I'm proud of the fact that Zan can contribute a much needed narrative that this world needs. A spiritual balm, if you will, that can help heal, soothe, and celebrate the myriad conditions that mankind experiences. Zan's inspiration comes from her ability to yield to the Spirit of God. And that's what guides her pen when she writes her poems. She's an extraordinary woman. And if you doubt me, read her book. Because I've been reading her book, the book of her life, for over 3 decades now. And I highly recommend it. And so it is indeed an honor and a privilege to introduce my best friend, my soulmate, the love of my life, my wife, and the author of her most recent book, After the Rainbow, Zaneta Varnado Johns.
Wow. Thank you, Jim.
You're most welcome.
I'm almost speechless. Man.
That'll be the day.
My heart is full. I see roses. I see daisies. I see plumerias. I see beautiful flowers. This is the most beautiful bouquet I've ever received. And I asked earlier for someone to do screenshots. Please do screenshots and send them to me. This is so beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for being here. My heart is full. It is so full. And I want you to know, first, it's never easy to follow Jim at the mic. I'll follow him anywhere. I'm blessed to follow him all around the world, but I don't like following him at the mic. Lisa, thank you for interviewing me a year ago this month. I had no idea it would change my life. I had no idea. Thank you for accepting my manuscript, and thank you for the beautiful creative work we did together. We have a masterpiece. We have a masterpiece. Tell your friends. Thank you, Annette. I don't know if she's still on, but I hope she is okay. Annette asked me to serve as moderator for her amazing platform, The Passion of Poetry. 20,000 poets. Out of 20,000 poets, she asked me to serve as moderator. Well, it was only 17,000 at the time, but she picked me. Annette, you're phenomenal, and I admire everything you do. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Safraz, I'm so happy that my family and friends get to meet the romantic poet. Annette calls him the romantic poet from the UK. Thank you, thank you. Pratibha, wow, your beautiful poems, your beautiful art. I just love you, I love your work. Thank you so much. Our collaborations are beautiful. Thank you for being here. I know it's late where you are, but I appreciate you being here. Thanks. Okay. This is a golden day, and I am really beside myself. When I published Poetic Forecast, I thought I was done. I got it out there, dusted myself off, and thought I'd go away and be quiet, be still. Little did I know that once I interviewed with Lisa, that she was going to open this world to me, the Garden of Neuro, the passion of poetry. I had no idea that this world of passion existed. It's actually an international world of passion, and it just sucked me in. I was happy as a quiet retiree. I'm even happier as a published poet. Poets need other poets, and these platforms changed my life. In addition, the Women's Speakers Association changed my life. My sister-in-law, Dr. JJ, she's on here too. Dr. JJ, Janet Sawyer, you changed my life. Thank you for steering me. Thank you, Janet, for pushing me again to publish another book. You see, the past 2 years have been filled with storm after storm after storm. COVID, fires, hurricanes, tornadoes, deadly tornadoes, social justice issues, mass shootings. I had to push back from the TV. I stopped watching the news because I needed to fill my spirit with positivity. So when I turned off the news, I wrote poetry. Right on, David. I've been writing for the last 2 years, year and a half, and that's what you will find in After the Rainbow. When Janet suggested that I publish that book, I'm like, you know what? I've been writing a lot. I actually have a lot of poems. Let me take a look. So I started to sort the poems. I wrote about social justice. I wrote about pain. I wrote about grief. I wrote about nature. I wrote to celebrate people. I celebrated my brother Daryl's retirement. I celebrated the amazing Miss Maggie as she was approaching her 91st birthday. I celebrated at the request of a grieving father, my friend, Pastor Bruce Merriweather, who lost his son. I didn't know his son, but he wanted to honor his son. And he asked me to write a poem, and I did. And it's in my book. Storm after storm after storm. When I sorted the poems, I saw gold. I felt like the rainbow had left treasures. When the sun returns after the rain, I search for rainbows. I am joy, I am peace, I am happy. That's an excerpt from one of my poems, Loving Outdoors. I'm just so excited. Anyway, After the Rainbow is a collection of 78 new poems, and I'm excited for you to pick up this book because it's full of hope and it's full of creativity. Lisa and I did a mighty thing. In the Garden of Neuro, I like to say all roads lead to Lisa. Lisa is she is amazing. I want you to know that. But together we created this book, and I'm proud of it. I can't wait for you to get your hands on it. So, with that in mind, I'm going to tell you one more thing about the book. It has, for those who are members of book clubs or you know book clubs, I've got book club questions at the back. It's filled with good stuff. You gotta get it. You gotta read it. Without further ado, you want to hear some poems? Are you ready to hear some poems? Okay, I'm gonna share three poems with you today. And then we don't want to tie you up all day, but I'm kind of having fun with this party. I don't want you to leave. All right, I'm going to present the first poem. which is called Colorful Photo. I have a grainy black and white picture of my parents in my office, and I look at it every day. It gives me energy and inspiration. And one day I walked past the poem last year and said, write a poem. I walked past the picture last year and thought I'd write a poem about it. Here it goes. I adore a black and white photo, lavish with color. What color is love? What color is family? What color is happy? In this cherished image, all are black and white. Her dress and coat adorn her divinely carved body, the body that bore legacies of their endless love. Bliss travels through her smiley eyes, gazing upward, loving and dreamy, fixed on him. He knows it. The tilt of his hat shows it. You tall, dark, and handsome man, my daddy, the talk of the town. I wish I'd been old enough to remember you in that suit, worn like a badge of honor. Tirelessly, you labored for our family of 8. So did she, my mother, who passionately catered to your every desire. You both deserved a good time on the night of your colorful black and white photo. I hope it was passionate. I hope it was grand. Colorful photo. The next poem that I'll share was inspired by one of my friends from Hammond, Louisiana, a childhood friend, Shauna Seals. We were talking one day about trials and challenges and, just being overwhelmed. And Shauna, there's the poem about God carrying you when the burden gets rough. And when Shauna and I were talking, she laughed and she goes, well, where's the footprint in that? Write a poem about this. And so little did she know, I went away and I wrote No Footprints. When life's squabbles fiercely erupt, when your burdens become unbearable, when your pain is too intense, when no words provide comfort, when the despair is overwhelming, when your light becomes dim, when your sunken eyes are swollen, when dark nights lead to darker days, when looking down feels better than up, when you are gently lifted and carried away, when your way comes out of no way, when you can't recall progression, when troubled water no longer troubles you, when your season of trials end, when your tears dry up, when you look down perplexed, when you see footprints that are not yours, there is no need to look again. You know the answer. You left no footprints because God carried you through. That's No Footprints. I'll share one more poem from After the Rainbow. And this one is entitled Caring Exchange. This poem also appears as the dedication page in our new collaborative book, Voices of the 21st Century, Conscious Caring Women Who Make a Difference. This book on Tuesday, 2/22/22, became a #1 international bestseller. I have one of my co-authors here in the audience. Dr. J.J. Sawyer is also in that book, and I will share this poem. You enter a park lined with benches. On each sits a woman who cares. Imagine their hands extended toward you and their minds of subconscious prayers. Imagine their hopes, imagine their dreams. Conscious women are living full lives. They are doctors, teachers, executives, and such, business owners, writers, and wives. One says, smiling, "Come, sit or stand. I have lessons and stories to tell." You sit by her and smile when she adds, "Welcome, your presence is swell." She leans in and asks, "What is on your mind?" Her compassion is touching your soul. You also have stories and lessons to share, and some secrets you have never told. She says, "Take your time, dear sister. Please relax. I offer my time to you. Share your secrets, share your stories. The world needs to hear your truth." You ponder her request to open your heart, then you proceed to inquire about hers. Both invitations are genuine because a mutual exchange is preferred. Together, you trade stories of joy and pain as you laugh and you cry out loud. You stand taller when finished. Your load is lighter. You are emotionally and spiritually endowed. That was Caring Exchange, and one of the poems that I am very proud of. I'm going to close with a quote from Maya Angelou, one of my poetic heroes. Maya Angelou said, "If you are going to live, leave a legacy. Leave a mark that cannot be erased." Thank you for helping me leave a mark. I imagine generations from now, little girls, women, men might pick up my book. They might recite a poem from After the Rainbow. My legacy, I present to you. Thank you so much for celebrating with me, everybody. This has been grand. My husband just walked in. Just 1 second, please. What are you doing?
Well, to put the proper cap on this.
Champagne!
We wanted to offer a toast to all of you who have been a part of this extraordinary journey. And we just thank God that that all of you have been an inspiration. You're gifts to all of us. And we really do enjoy opening you. So with that, I wanted to offer a toast to Lisa, to Surprise, to Patricia, to everyone here, Prativa, to all of you who have made this happen. We love you, and we just thank you for all that you have done. And I want to thank God, but mostly I really want to thank my wife. She's done an extraordinary job.
Thank you. Cheers. Cheers. I'm ready for the champagne.
So we just thank you, and we just want to lift our glasses in a toast, and we just thank you. Hear, hear.
Hear, hear. Hear, hear. Oh, this is good.
Wow, last time I was on my knee, I was proposing.
Can you get up? Thank you.
Thank you, baby.
That was cool.
You love it.
The party's about to start. Okay, Lisa, back to you. Hi, Keita.
Oh, well, I can't even begin to follow that.
Now I see you.
Thank
Oh my
you,
goodness.
thank you so much, Sam. Woo, you make my job easy. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. And I'd like to open it up if anybody has anything they'd like to say or write or wherever you want to go with this. I'll leave things open for a little bit.
I've got something to say, Lisa. I just want to say this has been one of the best and celebratory book launches that I've ever been to. And I just want to see more book launches like this. And I want to hear more of Zan. I want to get hold of that book now. I want to have it in my hands. And just congratulations. And, you know, Zan, I want to do some more collaborations, I think I'm
All
being
right.
inspired.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. But no, a lot of success, and let's make it a Amazon bestseller. Let's make this book a
Help me.
bestseller.
Help me.
Yes, yeah, let's make it a
Absolutely.
bestseller. Let's tell everyone. Let's share the posts. Let's tell everyone how good it is, because it's not just, you know, because it's not just saying, oh, it's a good book. It's truly a very, very good book. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I see people showing up. I see Elizabeth from Nigeria. You've got to say hello. Please meet the amazing Elizabeth.
Hello.
There you are. We got you in.
Yes, I've been trying to join this wonderful event for a long time now, and it was it was a terrible experience actually. I thought I was going to miss this event, but thanks to Jill and Madam Lisa who came to my rescue. I'm so happy to be here. Congratulations, Mom Zan, and I'm very, very glad that you gave me the opportunity to be a part of this very excellent journey of bringing After the Rainbow, a collection of poems to the poetry audience. Thank you so much. Love you.
Thank you so much for that beautiful trailer video that you created. I'm so proud and honored to know you. Your future is bright, bright.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Well, I'm driving. This is Jennifer. This is Zan's bonus daughter. And I am a performer as well. And it has been such a beautiful, humbling, just God-filled journey to watch you emerge, for the world to see you as an artist. I think your kids have always known you to be a creative, and to, you know, write poetry that we've seen throughout our lives, but for the world to be able to experience you in this way at this phase in your life with so much love and so much wisdom. I'm grateful to have a front row seat to watch it, and am excited to help push it out into the world, and grateful for all of these new people that get the opportunity to be a part of the journey. You are certainly a blessing to your family, and now, not that you aren't always a blessing to humanity, but now the rest of the world gets to know how much of a blessing you are. So many congratulations, and the poems sound amazing, but I was expecting that, so.
Thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer.
Of course.
I would like to say congratulations to my sister-in-law. My name is Janet Johns Sawyer, and I'm the other half of Jim Johns. I'm his twin. And so I've been blessed to have Zan as my sister. I don't like to call her a sister-in-law. She's my sister. But I appreciate you, Zan. And, you know, when we came together during the pandemic and we were able to meet on Zoom every week, we all got to get to know each other better and share with each other what we were doing and inspire each other. And now we get to keep watching you, and we get keep lifting you up, and you know, don't ever say what you're not going to do, because
Guess
you know
not.
once you put it out there, it's going to be coming back to you. But no one ever thought it was going to come back this big. So, you know, this is amazing. And Lisa, thank you so much for feeling the love that we feel and that we have for Zan. Thank you so much for the support that you have given her, as far as and everybody else here, you know, because we can't do it by ourselves, you know, and being lifted up by people that respect you and honor you and value you is important. And so I say again, congratulations, Zan.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
San, Annette wasn't feeling well enough to come back,
I
but she
understand.
wanted you to know how very exciting this whole event was, and she'll watch it when she feels better.
Yes, and I'll check on her again.
Thank
So
you.
bad. Yeah.
And thank you so much for including me. And speaking is hard, so I'm going to say good evening.
Thank you, Jill.
so much.
Thank you.
It was a real pleasure. I'm so grateful. Take care,
Coming on.
everyone.
You take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
When I see Zan and I hear her read, I not only think of rainbows, but I am reminded that a writer faces blank pages, and when they do, life is filled with hope and opportunity. Thank you, Zan.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Whew. This is too much.
Well, if I may, I would share with the group, Zan and I, as brother and sister, grew up together. I often tell the story that when I was in the 5th grade, I took her to school as my show and tell item. And if I had another platform at this point in my life, I would be proud to take her a second time. These are indeed great times, great moments, and we couldn't be any more proud of you than what we are. We feel like sometimes when I'm reaching out to you, you're not there. Now I know we've lost you to a higher calling. You're doing the things I know that really bring joy to your heart, and it inspires people throughout the world. And can't ask for anything better than that, because when I'm reaching out during my retirement years, all I'm doing is messing with you. And I know you're doing great work. You're doing some of God's work, and you're doing the work that the world needs today. You're inspirational in every way, both on a higher plane and down to earth. And the thing that I want to say, Zaneta, is that I admire the fact that you've not lost touch with who you are and how we came to be. As a matter of fact, you use it as part of your platform to tell the world, and you have remained humbled in every way. Again, my little sister, I will say to you, proud of you, excited about the work that you're doing. And the next time I reach out to you on my retirement day, you're not there, I'm gonna just remain calm because I know you're coming back. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I'm happy to see behind you the poem that I wrote to celebrate your retirement. The Man You See appears in my new book. Thank you, Daryl. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I was saying, I gotta get that book.
Yes, you do.
No, I appreciate the copy I got for Christmas.
My brother Daryl gets a little, I don't know if I want to say envious when I'm in my office writing poems. He wants my attention, but now he sees the higher calling. I'm glad you came today.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Now you know.
Well, they can see the man they see, and see what it is I see when I can't reach it.
Thank you.
Well, I was just going to say, I was going to hop in there really quickly. So I'm Ashley. I'm another one of the daughters. And it's been such just such a joy, really, to watch you just embark on this amazing journey that you took this leap and without knowing really where it was going to take you, where it was going to go, and to see where you've come, like to see like how far you've come with it, and to be a part of this is so inspiring beyond anything that I can probably fully articulate in words. As another, and that means a lot because
that means a lot. Ashley is an amazing writer.
But even as I've always been a silent creative, if you will, the one that's a little reluctant and hesitant to share my art, and to watch you so bravely and courageously and so just, fully committed, share yourself again is so inspiring for me as I'm figuring out my life and what I'm doing and how to step into my purpose. And so thank you for role modeling that and just showing everyone like what you can do and what we all can do. So again, I love you so much. I'm so, so proud of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait to read it.
I love you even more. David, meet Ashley. Ashley, meet David. Thank you, Ashley.
You should give her our email to Fine Lines.
I will do that.
Yay.
When two worlds collide, my home, my family and friends connecting with my poetry sisters and brothers. This is beyond beautiful. Love it, love it.
It's funny how this watching this Zoom, this is a whole new environment that COVID exposed, I guess. But it's funny because while waiting for people to give their thanks, it feels like double Dutch. You feel like you're waiting to get in. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody felt comfortable and in being able to say what it is that they want to say. This is such a extremely moving time for me, and it's just like Ashley was saying, it's really hard sometimes for us when you see someone who can articulate so well in poem, for me to try to find the words that really express, the pride and the joy that I feel in what she has been able to accomplish. And like I said, I've been sitting there front row, so I've seen everything that has gone into this, both the highs and the lows. And it's just such a blessing, especially when you see people that come here, to celebrate you. That just means so much. And so I just wanted to add just one more thank you to a woman who has been poetry in my life. And I just continue to see what poems she's going to continue to write for us and for the world. Thank you, Zan.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming out today. This has been a beautiful event. I don't think I can top this for a long, long time. Or maybe do I want to?
We're raising the bar for you, Lisa. My village showed up and showed out. Thank you.
Yes, I'm so grateful. Everyone is here. It goes to show. It shows a lot right there. Thank you all so, so much for coming out. Be careful driving home.
Yes. Final cheers. Glasses up.
Drink and drive.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Get your copy.
Congratulations.
Amen.
This is when everybody can unmute and give an applause here.
We need another screenshot. Who's doing screenshots? Jennifer, get a screenshot. Cheers. My UK poets are ready for
Screenshot,
bed.
Ashley, screenshot. It's command
I
3.
know.
And print screen.
You got it?
I think so. Sure. Yeah.
Get it with my glass.
Well, yeah. Hold on one second.
Got it.
Ready? Okay, go.
Ah, awesome.
Oh, she's not.
Yeah.
Garrett, you unmuted. Are you saying bye?
That was my round of applause.
Okay. He's got 2 little ones in the background, so muted.
Yeah, it's a little loud over here.
Yes.
You haven't learned to master that yet?
Richa, so glad to see you. So glad to see everybody. Wow.
Congratulations, and
Thank you so much.
I love
We're proud of you.
Thank you, David. You make me stand taller. Have a great Sunday. Books up, books up.
Yeah.
Yes. After the rainbow, come get your gold.
That's right.
Yes. Surprise. Nana. Nana. Hi,
Oh.
Brooks. Hi. Where's your sister?
and the park.
At the park. Okay. Love you all. This has been the best.
Daddy.
Love you, Zan.
Elizabeth, thank you for being here. Carolyn, happy to see you. Audrey, you know my neck is tight now. Oh my goodness. I don't want to hang up. Bye.
I thought that was
Good
your.
night.
I thought that was a part of your hairdo.
What?
I'm looking at
You
that,
thought what?
that. Yeah, I thought that was a part of your hairdo. I said, "Oh, that's
Okita?
dope."
You know I'm simple.
Marquita is my niece. Hey, girl. Are you
Hey,
hanging up?
girl.
She said bye.
So
Oh,
happy
there
to
you
be
are.
here. No, I'm here.
And
I'm
Marcus.
here. He's hanging out with the kids and keeping them quiet.
Oh, that's right.
I'm glad you
I'm
were able
having
to get
Jared's situation.
Your mom got on, but I don't see her. Oh,
I
she's still
know.
there.
She's
She
still.
should still be on. Yeah, she's on mute, I believe.
That's so
Doesn't touch the
awesome. Prativa, are you ready for bed?
Yeah, almost. It's gone 10. It's 9:30. It's not that bad. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
late.
Oh,
Not too late. But Zan, thank you so much for inviting me. This has been a beautiful, beautiful book launch. And it was so lovely to see your family and all your friends and all the people that are close to you that make you, you. So I appreciate you inviting me as well. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. You see, my village, that's why I can write. I'm anchored. I am solid.
wow.
Okay,
Thanks again,
Lisa.
Lisa.
Yes.
You outdid yourself.
Yes. This was so special.
Fun. This was
Man.
fun.
Mm.
I enjoyed it.
I think it's the
Kat.
best. It's the best book launch I've ever been to, I think.
That says a lot.
And I've been to loads. Lisa,
I enjoyed yours.
oh, I love this one. I've got a few, but Zan, this is brilliant. Lisa's perfect.
Oh,
So-
sweetheart. You're so sweet.
How wonderful. I don't want to hang up. I'm
No,
going to be the last one out.
that's all right.
So you get to turn the lights off.
Bye. Good night, surprise.
Bye.
Surprise.
Good night.
All right.
Good night.
Putting
Pat,
this.
Pat
That's great.
Jackson.
Oh, Zan, I got a good screenshot of you.
Screenshot.
Yeah, I did several.
That's fantastic.
This last one with the champagne glass is the best.
Oh, wait. Jim, you still got your glass? Prativa, you don't have a glass, Keita?
No,
Side by side. Let me see if
I
can
had
pick it
coffee.
up.
I was working
That
before I
worked.
hopped on.
Pat, you got a glass?
Can toast with coffee.
All right.
Yeah.
Go.
Boom. Got it. I'll go ahead
This
and take.
was so much fun.
You're going to get a bunch of emails with print screenshots.
Great. I can't wait to read all the comments in the chat.
Yes, you will get them.
Wow. Thank you. Lisa.
Congratulations. So proud of you. Love you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Nice hairdo.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to close it out.
All right.
Y'all have
Thanks
a
again,
great
Lisa.
rest of your night. Thank you.
Appreciate
Good night,
all that you've
everybody.
done.
Love you all.